What is going on, guys? So, I just wanted to come on here and kind of talk to you guys. I know that this isn't going to be the most, glamorous or, fun video, but I feel like sometimes you guys really see my personality, but I really wanted to come on here and just talk about what I have planned for the future and kind of the goals that I have, just to kind of set them in stone instead of just having them in my brain, and then if I don't do one of them, then I just let it go. But I mean, if I come on here and tell you guys what I have planned and what my goals are, I feel like it's going to give me that extra little sense of accountability that I have to live up to. And also, it's kind of like manifesting it. So if I say I'm going to do it, I'm actually going to do it. But first off, I just wanted to say that I have a lot of really cool videos that I'm going to be putting out. I just dropped my mic'd up workout with Luke. He's a natural bodybuilder from Canada, and he came down here for summer shredding, so we did a workout together. This is the second year that we did that. I also have a video that's supposed to come out soon, mic'd up with my girlfriend Sabrina, which is going to be really funny. I saw it. I can't wait to show you guys because she definitely brings out a different side of me that, is a little bit more funny than anyone else. But yeah, that video is going to be coming out. I also have some video ideas that I'm going to be doing. So I might as well just tell you guys my travel plans. So next week, I'm going to be heading to Las Vegas for the Olympia. And I'm going to be trying out 2 gyms. And I kind of want to start doing some gym reviews. I'll get into that in a little bit of why I want to do that. But I'm going to be doing, every time I go to a new gym, I'm maybe like a 10, 15 minute video, little workout montage, but mainly the point of the video is going to be me reviewing the gym, just so I can have an idea for when I make my own gym, what I really want in there and what the good and bad parts of it are. Because sometimes I don't really remember, but if I make a video of it, not only is it entertaining for you guys, but for me, I get to remember kind of what was good about it, what was bad about it, and then relive the experience. But nonetheless, I'm going to be traveling to Las Vegas next week, and then 2 weeks after that is my birthday, and I'm going to be heading to Dallas, where I used to live. And they just opened up a couple new Absolute Recomp gyms out there. So we'll probably go check those out and do a couple videos there, and maybe go back to John Reed, where I used to be a member. Because that place holds a special place in my heart. That was where I did my second prep in 2024. But I'm going to be doing 2 big vlogs from those trips as well as the workout videos. But anyway, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an update in my off season. So we are currently in a health phase. Lowered the food a little bit higher cardio, just to make sure that my body is still sensitive to food and stuff. When you push food for a really long time, which I have, you can start getting kind of insulin resistant, and your body doesn't respond as well to the food. And that's really what helps you grow. So, I was having a hard time really like walking up the stairs and, going to sleep because I was over 200 pounds, and that was the heaviest by 25 pounds that I've ever been. So it was definitely, took some getting used to, but we're coming down on the food, and eventually in the next couple weeks here, I'm going to be having a nose surgery. And I know I touched on that a little bit, but basically I have a deviated septum, and I have 98% blockage in one nostril and like 50% blockage in the other one. So it's really hard to get a good night's sleep, which is really, really important for bodybuilding. But we're going to do that. It's going to be a 3-week recovery. I also have to get a couple more cosmetic surgeries on my skin. But that's going to be probably like 3 weeks recovery time. So I will not be in the gym at all. And I kind of think this is a good thing for me, honestly, because when you're in the gym every single day, or, you have a rest day, obviously, but consistently in the gym day after day for 3-4 years, eventually your body can get worn out. And I feel like this is going to be good for me to take a little bit of a step back, to focus on other things in my life, like my relationship, family. I'm in my senior year of college, so that's also going to be on the top of my priority list, just getting that taken care of. But, I'm hoping that when I come back into the gym, my body's a little bit more sensitive to the training and then the food when I eventually bring that back up. So we're going to have one more push phase, which is, higher food, really more intense training. So one more of those, and then probably somewhere in between April and May, I'm going to be starting my 2026 prep, and most likely that will be going for the pro card in men's physique. I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to be doing a national show. That's up to my coach, depending on how I look at the first few shows of the year. But I'm very confident in myself that I can get to that level and possibly turn pro next year. But regardless, we're going to be doing a couple different shows. I'm not sure exactly which ones they're going to be yet, but they're definitely going to be towards the end of the year next year. So I'm excited to, do the journey from now until prep. And then once prep starts, you guys will be seeing a lot different type of content from me, with a different diet. And, obviously the training's a little bit different on prep, but it's going to be interesting. I'm excited for it. And it's been a while since I've done prep. I was 186 when I started my last prep for my shows in 2024, and I got down to about 154, and I carved up to 156 on stage. So, I was pretty light, and I wasn't very lean when I was starting my cut, so I was, kind of chunky, and I lost like 35-ish pounds. But this upcoming prep, I'm hoping to be around the 220 range. I was about 205 finishing this last push phase. So if I can put on another 15, 20 pounds of, quality tissue, that would be great, because I really want to be at least in the high 170s, if not the 180s for this show, which would put me at about 25 to 30 pounds up of stage weight, which is a lot. And it would be a very, very productive 2 years of an off season. So I'm hoping that's what we can do, but either way, I'll be happy, and I just can't wait to get back into the prep mindset. And honestly, my food is really high right now, and it's hard for me to eat. It's been over a year, almost a year and a half of me just bulking. So I'm sick of the fat face. I'm sick of the full stomach, and when I get too tired of eating, it's not very fun for me. But it's all for a purpose, and I haven't missed a meal, haven't missed cardio, haven't missed a training session so far this offseason, and I do not intend to, other than the break that we're going to be taking for my nose surgery. But that's about it for the offseason update. And I kind of wanted to just set my goals, in this video, and tell you guys kind of what my short-term goals are. I know I've kind of already touched on them in the video, but and then my biggest long-term goal will lead me into the last thing that I'm going to talk about on this video. But basically, my short-term goals for now is to just keep sticking to the plan. I know it seems pretty simple, but it gets hard at some points, especially traveling. My last few times I traveled, I would go to the place with meal prep and the food. And even though I'm in the off season, I wouldn't really eat off plan. Maybe one meal just to enjoy myself a little bit, which I usually get anyway during the week. But sticking to the plan is going to be a big goal of mine, because I really want to know when I get on that stage next year, if it happens to be a national stage, that I gave every single thing that I had to be successful and reach my goal of getting a pro card, which is, I guess it's not really that much of a long-term goal anymore. When I first started bodybuilding competitively, it was a long-term goal. This is the 3 years now, almost two years. It'll be 3 years whenever I step on stage, but it's been 2 years since I started competitive bodybuilding, and now we're starting to get to that stage where the pro card's becoming a reality. And I realize my potential, and I've had a lot of people tell me the same. So it's a lot to live up to, especially with the caliber of the people that have told me that I have the potential to get there. But, I really enjoy the work and the process more than anything else. So even if I don't get it next year, I will get it in the future, but I'm going to get it next year. But that is a short-term, long-term-ish goal. Also, enjoying training. You know, I have always enjoyed training, and I really, really want to continue enjoying training. And by doing that, I think I have to take a step back a little bit. This is definitely going to help me continue enjoying training, because I've always enjoyed it, but some points in this off season, my body has been in so much pain, just from the intensity of doing 6 days a week with how hard I'm training was a little bit too much. So now I'm doing 5 days a week, and some people, you know, people are realizing now you don't really have to train 6 days a week in order to put on a lot of size. I mean, Terrence Ruffin trains 4 times a week, and I think Nick Walker was training 3 times a week at one point, and they're huge. So I'm training 5 days a week now, really, really, really intense. And, you know, I'm on point with everything. So I'm enjoying it again. It's fun. Changing up your split is definitely going to help you enjoy it a little bit, you know, have something to look forward to, like new lifts or whatever. But that's another short-term goal. And another goal that was long-term but is short-term now is going to be me graduating college. My dream was to have the pro card in one hand and the diploma in the other hand from college, but you know, I didn't start bodybuilding until I was in college, so that was kind of a long shot. But by the end of the year, I will have both in the same year is my goal, to in 2026 graduate college and get my IFBB pro card. So that is a huge goal of mine. And then the biggest goal of them all, which is really what I wanted to get into lastly, is opening up my own gym. So my dream since I've been lifting has been to own my own gym, and that's kind of what I want to do, because obviously bodybuilding isn't going to put food on the table. So I think owning my own gym has definitely always been in the back of my mind, but it's starting to become more of a reality as I'm about to graduate college. And I'm going to probably do some sort of shadowing of a gym owner or GM after I graduate, just to get a little bit experience behind someone that knows how to run a gym. Obviously, I've been in business school, and my dad is a business owner, so I have always grown up in that kind of environment, and I do know what I'm doing, but you know, it doesn't hurt to get a little bit extra experience before you really jump into something that big. So basically, my 2026 is going to look like graduation, and then prep's going to start. I'm going to do prep while I'm shadowing the GM or owner of a gym in Houston. And then I'm going to do my show probably towards the end of next year, maybe like November, December. And prep is then going to end for me. I'm going to go into another off season and move to Arizona, where I'm going to open up my own gym. And I've been talking to a lot of gym owners recently, and I really do think that my gym is going to be phenomenal. I'm going to put the best equipment in there that I possibly can. For every single body part, I'm going to have the most effective machines, and it's going to have a really good environment, just kind of how Alpha Land does, which is the reason that I really go there. And it's going to look really cool. There's going to be a lot of murals and, you know, a lot of really cool things that I'll eventually be able to show you guys. But other than that, I mean, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk to you guys about. So, you know, if you stayed this long, thank you for listening. I definitely want to make it a point to come on here and kind of share with you guys what's going on in my life, and the, you know, whatever it may be, you know, travel plans or what I have coming up, and, you know, just have more of like a personal chat with you guys rather than just lifting with some music behind it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and let me know if you guys want to hear more of this. I know I kind of yapped for a while, but I think it's necessary to sometimes, because I really want you guys to see my true self, and you definitely will in the next video with Sabrina. But that's about it, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.